Hello, friends. It's so nice to see you. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your tarot fairy godmother. It's Saturday. That means it is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. And you can see today I am working with my trusty Robin Wood Tarot, one of my favorite decks historically. To get started, I want to say a big thank you to Cassia for the super sticker, to Claire C for the super chat, which says the grandbabies are looking so adorable. I love their expressions. Yeah, they've got really expressive faces. So true. And those expressions go right along with their personalities. We can already see personality. They're very different one from another, but they're both so adorable. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you to Laura T for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. And Laura T, Claire C, and Cassia, who have all helped out with super chats and super stickers, are all members of this channel. So we appreciate all of that support. And a special shout out to all of the members. Thank you, everyone, and to the moderators and to the subscribers. And if you're here for the first time, please subscribe and hit that bell. All right. And I do want to remind you, it is Saturday Psychic Sampler. That means we want your specific questions because so many people like to ask those questions. What does the universe want me to know? What does spirit want me to know? We have added another live reading session per week. That's on Tuesdays, where we do Tuesday Tarot, which is general readings only. So that's what we're doing. So now we are live 5 days a week, not counting our meetups and classes. All right, here we go. I'm going to take these in the order in which I see them, starting with Cassia. And again, thank you for being a member. Thanks for being here. And thank you for the super sticker. I am not getting better, so I came to the hospital. I am so sorry. My question about my Reconnected this week, he opened up a bit and told me about a cancer. So when you say, in this venue, when you say told me about a cancer, does that mean told you about an illness or told you about a person that he's talking to who was born under the sign of Cancer? Which is it, man? Those could be two different things, and obviously, neither of them could, right? So let's take a look. Let's just let the cards figure it out. I am getting shuffled. What is my mission on that? And of course, we are all wishing you good health. But regarding the reconnected friend, that's the question you have today. What do we see? Let me just pull this over a little bit. There we go. What do we see about the reconnected friend? That's the question. Well, the reconnected friend is reconnecting for a reason and does have some sweet words and some sweet feelings for you, and appreciates your counsel, appreciates sort of your presence in his life, has missed you. But we know this person has a lot of issues. We know that. What is this person looking to do here? I think that it could be a lot more of the same. That this person is interested in being in your life. This person is interested in you, but this person may not really have grown to any point where he would be able to be there. But you have a smart question. Your question is, what is your mission where this is concerned? What are you needing to do as regards this person? And the answer is, speak the truth. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Speak the truth. Let him know that you want a relationship with a different kind of energy, that you want more communication, more honesty, more clarity about what this is and what this isn't, that you are starting a new journey in life. And even though you're not feeling well, you will ultimately be better and be moving forward. And if he's going to be in your life, he needs to be moving forward with you, and he needs to be honest about what that looks like. This is super, super powerful. Your mission here is not necessarily to help him or heal him. Your mission is to speak with him honestly and to be on your own mission in your own life. And if he wants to be part of that, great. And if he can't be, great. Whatever. All right. And again, we are all wishing you a speedy recovery. All right, Mix, you here. Michelle, nice to see you. My maternal grandmother, Taiba, or great-grandfather, Bila, great-grandmother, Bila, have any messages or advice for me about Mom? Both had early onset Alzheimer's, and Mom does too. So there's this generational thing with early onset Alzheimer's. And so you're asking those who have already suffered and passed on with this disease what the advice is for you caregiving the person who now has it. The advice is really, the advice is not about your mother as much as it is about you, because you're in this bloodline too. And that you need to take care of yourself. You need to make sure that you're good. You need to be enjoying your time in your life and recognizing that there have been advances in early detection and medication and all of that. And that's not saying you will necessarily have it, but it is to say that this is a family cycle and they would like the cycle to break with you. So, sort of the advice about your mother is she's already in it. She's already on her journey. You need to not let her journey keep you from your journey. That's their advice. Does that make sense? Okay, Kaylin, nice to see you here. Do I see any major change in your financial situation in the next few months as compared to now? All right. Okay, so when we look at finances now, well, there already seems to be some opportunity for growth and stability. It may not be where you want it to be, but I feel like there is, and don't spend it till you have it, but there is new energy coming in here. I think there's going to be growth and improvement. Again, don't count on it, don't spend it till you have it, but that's what I think is coming. Nightwish, thank you so much for the kind words regarding Robin Wood. She was a lovely person. I had the honor of meeting her and getting an autographed version of her deck. That is fabulous. Fabulous. And Mix, that makes perfect sense. Okay, good. And speaking of getting autographed decks, you know where you get autographed decks? At tarot conferences. You know what tarot conference is coming up? StarCon, January 20th through 22nd. Hybrid conference in person in West Palm Beach, online on Excel events, where you can meet and talk to the authors and the artists. And whether you're coming in person or online, you can get those autographed decks and books and take some great classes. Starcon.com, STAARCON.com. Check it out, get your tickets. All right, see how we did that there? All right, Jeannie Mnuchin. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Last week, the cards suggested that I choose a different workshop for Winterfest. How about the 2.5-hour recycled puppets sustainability workshop for this fundraiser event for the local pond? Oh, how interesting. Is that a good workshop for Winterfest? Man, you're going to hate me. I'm not loving that one. I like it better, but I'm not loving that one either. It could work it out. You might need to make it shorter. I'm not sure. But this one could work. It could work. It's not a bad idea. There might be another one, though, that would be better. Think about it. But this one is not bad. It's not bad. It could work, and it goes along thematically. All right. Horse fan Dawn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Your brother Bob passed on Thanksgiving night. We are all sending you so much love. Any message from angels or himself leaving on our Earth Day of Grace and the new moon on the 23rd was a good portent, I felt. All right, so messages from the angels around him or from himself. Oh, look at that. From all involved, to all involved, it is simply a message of love. His was not the easiest journey, and I know you've been preparing for this for a while, but the message is love. He has passed into love. He sends you love. It is all about love. And he was not, even when he was at his best, he was not always able to recognize that that's what it's always about. But man, he's got that message now, and that is the message he sends to you. Okay. Lydia, nice to see you. What are my chances of passing the exam? What can I do to make sure I do? All right, so just in general, when we look at this exam that you're going to take, what are your chances of passing it first time? Man, it's hard. It's not easy. A lot of people do not pass it. If you don't pass it the first time, I think you'll get it the second time. And so it might just be the kind of thing that you have to take more than once, and that's the way it is. But let's take a look. Is there something you can do to make sure that you pass it? There is no guarantee. You can study, you can relax, you can be hopeful, you'll get there. But if you don't get there on the first time, you'll get there on the second time. The key is to study and relax and don't worry too much. That's going to give you your best chance. Morgana the Great, nice to see you. So on the general reading, sorry, cards on the floor, one sec. It was face down, so we don't have to read it. All right. On the general reading, it came up in the cards that I'm at war with myself, and that's getting in the way of my relationship. Fair. What should I work on to solve it and be at peace with my boo? All right. I think that you were taught to judge yourself and your life on what you do, not on who you are. And so if you're doing something magnificent, you feel good about yourself. But if in a moment you're not, you're just being, like just being isn't good enough. You were taught that just being isn't good enough. You got to get over that. You do great things and you will do great things, but you are creative and funny and fine just as you are, and you sometimes don't know that. So that's what I think. Claire C., once again, thanks for being a member. Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for being here. Okay. I dreamt of wild horses stampeding and over a high bank, then swimming down a beautiful river. I know these were my spirit horses surviving a big transition. Any info, anything about that? Well, I think you and your horses are the same. And I feel like this is about you surviving that transition and going through that. You know, this is about you coming into your own in this new phase of life. And it's a beautiful thing, and you need to really feel that power. Oh, Horse Fan Done. Tears of joy from my eyes, Ace of Cups. Tarot's awesome, and you are in this community of seekers. I am blessed. Well, we are blessed to have you here. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, Claire, I think you got it, man. I think you got the image. I think you got it. You and the horses are one and the same. Okay. D... I'm going to mispronounce this name, and I'm so sorry. Give me a minute. Apeksha? Did I get that right? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. D. Apeksha. I've been struggling in my career since so many years. Could you please tell me what I should do to do well in my career in the upcoming year? Okay. So what can we do to make the career better, fewer struggles in this upcoming year? You know, you are creative, you are smart. Let's see. I think part of the problem is actually where you're working. I don't feel like they treat you well. I don't feel like they use your skills or your abilities in the way that they should. And I think that this causes you depression, anxiety. So a couple things. It may be you need some new training or you need to go to some schooling. It may be that you need to actually get a different job, get out of there and go elsewhere where you can prosper. The problem may not be you, it may be the workplace. So consider a new job and consider some more education. Seriously, being proactive is a way to fix this. Hey, Justine, nice to see you. Thank you so much for being a member and a moderator. Up until this point in my tarot journey, I've been pretty exclusively using my original Centennial Weight deck, but it seems to have gotten sticky beyond my ability to clean it. These things can happen. Is it time for me to retire my OG deck once and for all? I already have the new replacement deck, but I feel sad about using it over the OG. Well, I still have my OG deck, and that was like literally more than 150 decks ago. And, the thing is, and I'm just going to speak to this to everyone here, the key at the end of the day, the key is about tarot, not the tarot deck. And I know we may have specific connections to specific decks, but the key is in a way to get past that and get to the connection of tarot as a whole. And so I think, yes, you should use the new deck and other decks and really open up to the whole of tarot, not the individual deck. And so, yes. But I will say this, sometimes a damp, not too damp cloth will do the trick. See what you can do with that. All right. Oh, and okay, there was more about the career, Apeksha. Which one would be better? And I'm going to do this just because it's fun to do the decisions with cards. Which one's better? Legal? Yes, legal's good. Tarot? I feel like you're just getting started with that. Stock market? Yeah, be careful about the stock market. That may not be for you. Acting? You haven't yet figured out where you can go with that. Dancing, yeah. These are not mutually exclusive. I would say legal, tarot, acting, dancing, get rid of the stock market. That's what I would say. All of the above, not mutually exclusive. All right. Melody, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Will I get a well-paying job in the next 6 months? Let's take a look. I think you have to do more. I think you're capable of it. I think you can, but you have to do more than you've been doing in order to get it. You may want to rewrite your resume. You may want to go after it in different ways than you have before. And you may want to, when we look for a good paying job, we may want to look in some different areas than you have before. So yes, it's possible, but you're going to have to switch it up a little to get what you want in that time frame. Okay, and a question from Melody's boyfriend. He's studying to get a job in the government. Will he get it? If not, will he pass in another exam for another position? He's struggling a lot financially. Okay, so getting the job in the government, I think he's on the right track. I think he has a good chance of getting it, but even if he doesn't, he's on his way to something better. He's being proactive just like you need to be. All right, Nightwish. Can I please have a piece of advice for my writing project? Most certainly, yes. Certainly, yes. Piece of advice for your writing project. Yeah, you're going to want to look at it a little bit differently. It's a good project. You want to stick with it, but I feel like you're getting a little stuck with it. So you may need to come up with a fresh perspective on it, try something different. in order to get it to go where you want it to go. It's being a little stubborn and sticky right now, I think. Okay, Paula B., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. I want to know what my spirit guides want to communicate for 2023. Let's take a look. 2023 is a year of opportunity for you. Do not be afraid of those opportunities. Be open to those opportunities and let them flow for you. And I want to say thank you to Katie Kondo for the very generous, oh my goodness, super chat. Wow, there's news. Okay, that answers some questions for me. So thank you for the super chat, and we will absolutely get to that question. Glad you're here with us today. Leslie, I am still reflecting on the theme of this week's newsletter, which was what feeds you, what feeds your soul. And I would like to know what I can do to feed my soul to bring more happiness into my life. What a great question. First, Leslie, you have to get over the idea that it's not okay to feed your soul. It's almost like you've been taught that what you want, what you need, what feels right for you doesn't matter, isn't important. So you need to give yourself permission to feed your soul first and foremost. Then, this is all about allowing yourself happiness. You have not really felt like you deserve happiness or should have happiness. So you will not find what feeds your soul. It's like this is a snake swallowing its tail. You're asking what I can do to feed my soul to bring more happiness into my life. I'm saying to you, until you recognize that you deserve happiness, that you should allow yourself happiness, it's not going to happen. So it's a cart and horse issue. Welcome happiness and happiness will come. Allow yourself happiness. That's really the key. Martha Vink, my friend. I'm thinking about retirement in maybe 5 years. Is this a good time? And where should I be thinking of for relocation? I'm hoping my folks are still in Connecticut. Will the U.S. be stable and safe? All right. So, retirement in about 5 years. Yeah, that's exactly right. Likely that your folks will still be in Connecticut at that time. Yes. And will it be okay to stay somewhere in New England, Connecticut, Rhode Island, whatever, at that point? And I would say yes, absolutely yes. It's a good plan. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. My question is, will I have better luck with the new bike that I just bought? Did you have to get another bike? Let's take a look. How will the bike be? Okay. I think so. I think you've been on a weird bike situation for a while. But I do feel like this one will be better. It'll be good. It will require some specific care, but it will be better. Okay. Hang on just 1 second. I'm just scrolling back to make sure there's nothing I missed here. And I want to say thank you to Betty Flesher. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for being a member. Really appreciate you. And you know what? Katie Kondo's a member too, who also helped out with the super chat. So far today, everyone who has helped out with super chats and super stickers are all also members. So I really appreciate that double layer of support. Thank you. Okay. Jenny. What should me and my partner do to make our relationship happier and even more fulfilling? Let's take a look and see. I think we have to remember that relationships take work. I think that the two of you need to look at your attitudes toward money, and there might be a difference in the way each of you thinks about money or deals with money. There may also be differences in your spiritual beliefs. That doesn't matter, but you need to respect and understand each other's beliefs. I think, too, that there's trust. We need to create more trust between the two of you. And you each need to feel like you are supporting the other. So mutual support, mutual trust, and understanding the differences between the two of you. That's what you would work on. Hey, Peggy Lou, I am thinking, it's nice to see you, Peggy Lou. Thanks for being a member. I'm thinking I missed a question from you because I see people responding to you, but I am not seeing it in my chat. And so let me look. I've got two streams open. Let me see if I can find it. I may need you to reiterate your question, Peggy Lou, because for whatever reason, I feel like other people are seeing something that I am not seeing. And I'm just going through to make sure that it's not showing up on the other stream that I look at. Yeah, no. So if I've missed you, Peggy Lou, it's because I am not seeing it. So if it just hasn't come up yet, and people, I don't know, because I see you responding, but I don't see what people are responding. You're responding to people responding to you, but I don't see what people are responding to from you. So if you can reiterate, that would be good. All right, here we go. Quinn, nice to see you. What can I do to find a new bestie? I feel like I sabotage my friendships and keep everyone at a safe distance, but I don't know how to stop it when I realize I'm doing it. All right. So, the friendships that you sabotage are sometimes friendships that probably shouldn't have existed in the first place. And the sabotage is your way of getting out of difficult situations. So I think you could be more aware of the energy dynamic and handle it differently, but the relationships might still need to end, is what that comes down to. Now, finding a new bestie is going to take a little time, but it will happen. I think if you just go about your business doing the things that you enjoy, you will find a new bestie who is in the same sort of space that you are, and that will work out well. So it will happen. But I think the larger lesson is to recognize that there are times that you involve yourself in relationships that aren't really a good fit for you. And then you don't know how to get out of them, and this is all subconscious, and you sabotage it, and it feels weird, and you feel like you've done something you shouldn't have done. Yes, you need to be more aware, but probably the thing you shouldn't have done was trusted the friendship in the first place. And I think you will find a friendship you can trust. All right. Okay, Peggy Lou, you changed the question. Good. I will look for the new question. Okay. Next question up, Bianca Tarot. How will 2023 be for me? I think it will be up and down, but mostly good. You're going to have to be careful about health and self-care. The primary goal is going to be business growth. So you're going to work on growing your business, but you also have to practice good self-care. Teresa C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being a moderator here. We appreciate you. I would like to know how things may go if I reach out to A. It's been years. Would he be happy to hear from me? I think he'd be gracious about hearing from you. I don't think that this would necessarily, I mean, it would be a nice communication. There's no harm in doing it, but I don't think it would necessarily create a new situation. But it would still be a nice communication, and you might learn some things that could be helpful to you. So I say do it, but be prepared for anything. But when we say be prepared for anything, I do not think he's going to be gross. I think he'll be okay. All right, Laura T., so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Okay, my intern counselor has moved. Should I stay with her to her new practice or see a new counselor at the old practice? All right, so stay with her at the new practice, see a new counselor at the old practice. There's either. Either is good. There are important possibilities for either. I like them both, but I think you will learn more and do more by trying a new counselor. So use this opportunity to try a new counselor. You can always go back to the old counselor later. She's good too. But I think right now a new counselor, new perspective could be helpful. Baby cakes. Is there an investment property in the cards for me this year or next year? Should I start safer and smaller or start bigger? Okay, so investment property is a great idea, and it could happen even in this next year. Small or big? I would say medium to small. Okay, Caroline, Jenny, so nice to see both of you. Jenny, good to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Hang on, I just overscrolled. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Jenny, thank you for being a member. Do I see a successful outcome of a new opportunity to help meet end of the year donation goals for the nonprofit I'm part of? I think you're going to come close. I think you're going to come really close to getting those donations. And so I think it will be successful. It might fall just a little short of goals, but still successful. And good for you for doing nonprofit work. All right, Melissa, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving too. Looking for a message from Spirit. All right, I will do it. Of course, that's a better question for Tuesday, because today we like specific questions on Saturdays. But you know I love you, Melissa. Thanks for being a member here. Oh my gosh, and Spirit really wants to speak to you because four cards just flew out of the deck and all landed on the floor face up. So you asked the right question at the right time, Melissa. Hang on, let me retrieve your cards and see what Spirit has to say. All right, here they are. So there are two spirits here, three. I'm going with grandfather, grandmother, and another grandfather. So two grandfathers and a grandmother are with you today. I mean, you know, different people might be with you at different times. And what they have to say is don't get caught up in the confusion of all the things you would think they would want you to do based on how they were in life. Because how they were in life, they were caught up in the limitations. And they see that you are able to think beyond the limitations, something they were not able to do. And so they want you to be open to moving and thinking beyond the limitations. They want you to know they're with you, they're supportive of you, but they want you to think bigger than they taught you to think. How about that? Haha. Pretty cool, right? Yes, Teresa, I said he's not going to be gross. Like he's not going to act in a bad way, I think. And this is coming in at the end, but I'm going to go to it now. And then we'll get back to Adrija, who's next up. But this is a tarot question. And, you know, my primary mission here is to teach, so I got to do this. So from Quinn, a tarot question. I'm on a Facebook group to study tarot, and one of the members asked me, what is the spiritual reason for their mental suffering? She told me she has BPD. Now, is that bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder? Not sure, but whatever. And takes a lot of meds. I don't feel okay answering this question since it's a health issue, but I don't know what to tell her since she's suffering. You know, you can only answer the questions you're comfortable asking, and there are plenty of readers who would be willing to handle that. And so what you have to say is, I am so sorry for your suffering. I am sure there's an answer here. I'm not the one to give you that answer. That's not a question I can handle, but I'm sure there are readers who would be happy to help you. Just make sure you choose a reader who has the ability to navigate this, because it is a complex question. There it is. And you don't have to do it. Now, you want me to do it for her right here and you can deliver the answer? We could do that too. Let's do it. So, it sucks to have a diagnosis like that, okay? But what she needs to know is she is in the thick of it right now, and she believes it's going to be like this, that she will be dealing with it at this level for the rest of her life, and that is not true. She will find a way, whether it's through therapy, through medication, through different changes that she makes, she will find her balance, and she will find a way over time, with the help of her medical community, to balance it out where it's part of her, but she's not really suffering with it. And so what she needs to understand is this: everybody has things they suffer with. Her problem is she is thinking she is going to be suffering more than the average person over the whole course of her life, because that's how it feels right now, and that is not true. Tell her to work with her medical community, her therapists, all of that, and over time she will find the right balance and she will be able to enjoy her life like everyone else. That's what I think she needs to know. All right, so let's move on. Hopefully that's helpful. And we come next to Adrija. A love card between you and P. Okay, and thank you everyone for the feedback. I really do appreciate it. I don't always read it aloud, but I do see it. All right, Adrija. When we look at you and P, is this really a thing? Really, though? I feel like there may not be good communication. There may not be good balance. There may be someone else that's a better fit. I would say try to work on communication and see how it goes. There may be times that communication flows and other times it does not. So I would just be open in that way. Try the communication, see how it goes. Oh, Quinn, yes. If she speaks English, I'll be more than happy to talk to her. Absolutely, yes. All right. Next question, Nalini. Nalini, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Was it a breakthrough? And if so, what's next? All right, what a great question. Was it a breakthrough? I think it sure was. I think it sure was, yes. And what's next is you tell your story in a different way that allows you to be successful and allows you to find opportunities, and you get busy finding those opportunities. And I want to say a big thank you to Teresa C., who is a member and a moderator and has just helped out with a super chat. Thank you. Thank you for your consistent generosity. Well, thank you so much for yours. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And Amy Foreman, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Okay, here is Peggy Lou's question. Didn't want to miss that. Peggy Lou, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thanks for being here with us today. What can I do to thrive and survive in this toxic home I live in? Will I still be here next year? And the answer is, if you can find another thing to do or another place to go or another way to do it, there may be opportunities, and that would be great. If you find yourself still in the same situation, the key is going to be better boundaries and better ability to shut things out and just do you. That's what you got to work on. So you may want to look for a better situation, and without a better situation, better boundaries and better blinders. Either way, there are ways that you can make it better. Hey, Sirius Shakir, just saying hi and hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Yes, indeed. Hope you did too. Thanks for being here. All right, Ali Mammon. What does the Universe Spirit Team want me to know about in either career or health? Why not both? All right. Looking at health, there's a lot here about your own healing. If you're not where you want to be, body, mind, or spirit, do what you have to do to avail yourself of healing, because that's available to you. And career, I feel like you're working towards something, and it's something you've wanted for a long time, but I feel like you're having a hard time finding exactly what fits the way you would imagine it would. And so with career, you're going to want to give it some time. You're going to want to be flexible. You're going to want to be hardworking. And if something is not a good fit, do not be afraid to find something else. Even if you had envisioned all your life that you thought you wanted the other thing. All right. Lit, so nice to see you again. Thanks for being here. Should I share my knowledge in astrology, soul alignments, pendulum work, or a mix? I see. Okay. So, astrology, soul alignments, pendulum work, a mix. Pendulum work is the strongest. I feel like you're going to do the most. The other things are good too, but you're going to do the most with the pendulum. Denise Woods, so nice to see you, and thank you for being a member here. How or what do I need to do to not feel so detached in my marriage? The connection of soul and commitment of heart, mind, and body. I have a thought. I feel like you need to attach to yourself first. I feel like you have felt detached from yourself, and therefore it's hard to feel attached in your marriage. Attach to yourself, attach to your spirit. Be self-full first. And then, you can't pour from an empty vessel. So be self-full, and then it will be easier to feel that attachment. And remember, too, that every marriage feels different. And maybe this doesn't feel the way you had thought a marriage would feel, but maybe the way it feels is okay and getting better, perhaps. So, there's expectation versus reality. All right. Okay, George Ticapolo. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Am I going to make it to the U.S. in February? Okay. I believe so. It's going to be hard. And it might not be exactly February. It might be a little bit later. You're going to have to be patient, but it will happen. All right. And again, thank you, everyone, for your feedback. I do see it. I don't always read it aloud in the interest of time, but I do see it and appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Sun Spirit Tarot. Thanks for being here. What is Sharif feeling towards me? Looking kind of sweet, looking like might want to be working on something here, but remember there are limits. This person has clear limits. And so interested but limited is what I see there. Okay, Maya Turner, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I would like to get a general life message for Aura, our foster kitty. She's doing well, but I'm wondering how she's doing and feeling all over, certainly, overall. Okay, Aura the foster kitty. Aura's okay. Not great, but okay. Aura has been through a lot and is grateful just for this space. Not 100% well of body, not 100% in the energy. Just needs food and rest and safety. Nervous system is all over the place based on what's happened. And so just, Aura needs a safe place to be, a nice, safe, cuddly space. Aura needs toys that don't make noise. Aura needs time, but is okay and is happy to be there. Hey, Ken-chan, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Looking at career. Hey, I see good things coming up in your career, but there's a situation there where you may not have earned trust, where you have to earn the trust of others. People underestimate you. So you need to find a way to let them see what you're capable of. That may take time. You're going to have to be patient, but that's what you need to do. Okay, CVXN. Am I going to marry R soon? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible, but are you sure? Are you sure this is the one you really want? I think you should think about it. Amy Foreman, once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Amy's going to be a speaker at StarCon this year, FYI, everyone. Okay, I have a bulk of really boring jobs this winter. How can I stay inspired and creative while executing these time-consuming gigs? Can I tell you, when I was in that phase of my career, can I tell you what worked for me? This is so much better than saying, do you want fries with that? This is so much better than saying, do you want fries with that? I am so grateful that I don't have to say, do you want fries with that? That's what worked for me. All right, but let's see what the cards say for you, Amy. And thanks for using members only emojis. So what's important is that you have creativity in some aspect of your life. And maybe you can find ways to be creative in these gigs. But one way or the other, let there be creativity in your life and work with the fire energy. Channel fire, breathe fire. Remember, that comes from the solar plexus. So play with the solar plexus and breathe the energy out to stay present and inspired. All right. Priscilla, nice to see you. I've been seeing 222 and 444 a lot when I'm with my boyfriend, and I keep seeing 555 and 777. So you know this thing with repetitive numbers, which Doreen Virtue, who, obviously has fallen out of favor in the community significantly, named angel numbers. So what do we think it means that you've been seeing these numbers? The numbers you've been seeing with yourself and then with your boyfriend. Honestly, I feel like there is something going on here, Priscilla, where you and your boyfriend are not in balance with each other. You've been seeing even numbers when you're on your own and odd numbers with your boyfriend. And that's not to say that the relationship can't or won't work, but it is to say to pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on with the boyfriend, what's working, what's not working, and what do you do here to find balance? That's really the key. And Katie, once again, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super chat. So sorry that you had to have emergency surgery last Monday. I'm so sorry. Anything I can do to help assist in recovery energetically. So sorry, Katie. Oh my gosh. And the answer is give it time, give it time, give it time. And ask all of those that you have been meeting in the space that you've created to come in and help you. And they are, and they will, and it will be okay. So sorry. Sam, will I be given the opportunity to take care of what I need to get my driver's license again soon? Yes. Yes, you will. And in fact, someone may help you with that. It's not immediate and it upsets you, but it will happen soon enough. Okay. Betty Flesher. I did a reading on myself about my wrist phobia. Can't touch your wrists or let anyone else touch them. That is so interesting. I've heard of people who have things like that. Did I actually commit suicide over a broken marriage, depression 5 lifetimes ago? Is that what you got in the reading? I'm with you. I think it's true. I think it's absolutely true. Yes. And I'll tell you what, it may have been that that's how you died, but I also think you may have been bound by your wrist in a way that did not feel good as well. So yeah, I think that's absolutely right. And now that you've discovered that, you have to clear the energy. Clear the energy from that. Let that go. All right, Sirius Shakir, you do have a question. Very good. I'll get to that right in a minute. I just want to say once again, thank you to Betty Flesher for being a member, for using members-only emojis, and for the very generous super chat. Okay, Sirius Shakir. Will the courses I'm taking now help me get the new career? I know the career change will be amazing and it's coming, but I've lost steam on trying to get it. Well, gee, you've got other things going on. I mean, you are a busy person in so many ways. All right. Will the courses you're taking help you? Yeah, it's just a matter of finding the time and the energy because you've got so much going on. But you'll get there and the courses will help, yes. Okay. Maria Barisi, so nice to see you. Now I just over-scrolled. Give me a minute. Here we go. Here we go. Will my business venture with my sister Kim be a success? How exciting is that? Yes, I believe that it will be. And you got some things to work through to make it happen, but I think it's a good idea. Okay, Arya Wilson, may I please have a message from my spirit guide, Jay? All right. And do remember to join us on Tuesdays now. We're doing Tarot Tuesdays, where we are specifically asking for spirit messages, messages from the universe, and general readings. All right. Arya. The message is to be patient. To be patient with yourself, to be patient with people around you, to be grateful for the things that are, and that is going to bring in more love, more enjoyment, wonderful things for the people around you. And here's some healing prayers for Katie from Iva. So nice to see you, Iva. Yeah, we're all sending healing prayers to Katie, and thank you so much, Katie, for your generous super chat. Okay. Okay, Androgen Starseed, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Febborn, yours is the next question I see. Is my Uncle C around me, and if so, what message does he have for me? Okay. Uncle C is around you, Febborn. And the message is to keep writing and do something with your writing and be open to love. All the things. Okay, Adrija, we usually only do just one question per person, but I will do this one for you. Will there be a possibility of getting a better manager in your job? Not for a while. It'll happen eventually, but not for a while. Okay, Iva Morris, thanks so much for being here. How can I fit that exercise in? I know, man, that is the hardest thing. I have the same problem. How do you fit exercise in? And the answer is you're going to have to make compromises. You're going to have to figure it out and recognize like it's not part of your life training. I mean, you fit in brushing your teeth. I do too, because we are trained to do that. But I don't think we were trained to do the exercise. And so it's we don't know how to do it, so you have to change your training. Okay. JF1, I know you're not a doctor, but I've had a plethora of misdiagnoses. Does it appear that the hemiplegic migraine one may actually be correct or seek yet another opinion? I am so sorry you're going through this. Okay. Do we think that is a correct diagnosis? The thing is, I think you may be dealing with something multifactorial. I feel like that is a correct diagnosis, but there might be something else too. So let them treat this, but then, there may be another thing at the same time. All right. Santiago, which path looks better to start my business? YouTube channel or Amazon? Both are hard, but I think YouTube is better. Okay, Bibi. A few weeks ago, I asked about a prosperity spell I did for my boyfriend that did not work because I was too tired after doing one for myself. I'm thinking about trying again on 12/12. Would it be more successful? And in what other ways can I help him energetically? Money is a struggle in our relationship. Prosperity on 12/12 is a great idea. And the other thing is you just got to help him keep his mood up. Because it's easy to get sad and depressed when we don't have the money we need. Both of you need to keep your mood up. That's really, really important. All right, my friends, from my perspective, I've come to the end of the questions. If I accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate your question right now. If you haven't asked a question or are just joining us, it is last call for readings, y'all. I want to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or in person in Palm City. And I'll be available throughout the holiday season and beyond, so feel free to reach out. You can go to my website, christianagaudet.com, my first name, my last name.com. The link is right here, also the link to my link tree, right here on YouTube. Go ahead and sorry, I'm doing way too many things at once. I'm talking and I'm looking at two threads here. Real time and end, right? Okay. Go ahead and make your appointment for a reading. I promise I won't be distracted. And remember, gift certificates make great gifts. So you can get gift certificates for the people you love, wherever you are in the world, as long as they speak English, because sadly I only speak that one language. So do consider all of that. Second, StarCon, coming up January 20th through 22nd. Join in person or online. Katie, I did your super chat, and I thank you so much for it. The answer was, you have to rest, you have to be patient, and you have to ask the people that you've assembled in that place you've been hanging out, you have to ask them for your healing. They're already working on it. And there it is. All right. And a final question here from Sakura. How can I control my mood? I get angry so easily. And I think it comes from things in the past. I think you have to heal from some childhood wounds of things that happened to you and were done to you that were not fair. Healing from the past will help. All right, it is last call for readings, y'all. If I did accidentally skip anyone, or if you missed your message, let me know. Now's the time. If you're just coming in and you want to ask a question, last call. I want to remind everyone that we have added another weekly live reading stream on Tuesdays. We're doing Tuesday Tarot, where we do general questions only. And of course, I'll be back Monday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for your 3-card weekly reading. Elizabeth, nice to see you. Will I get all my training done in 1 week? That's a lot. It's going to take a lot. It's possible, but I think it may take a little longer. I would be prepared for that. Okay, and so yeah, just back to you, Katie. Katie Kondo. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for the super chat. I am so sorry all of this happened to you. But it's going to take rest and healing, and you have assembled a team. So just ask them to help. You don't need to spend a lot of time there. Do not use your energy for you to do any of that work. Let them heal you. That's the key. My friends, everyone, remember StarCon, STAARCON.com, coming up January 20th through 22nd. Get your ticket now. And reach out to me for readings and gift certificates. I'll see you all on Monday. Special shout out to everyone who helped with super chats and super stickers, to all the members, to the moderators, to everyone for being here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. Make sure you hit the bell. Thank you so much. Take care.